From here, Jesus went into the final week of his life to meet his destiny and the trials that he knew awaited him. It was to be a week that would change the face of history, a week that would be remembered by all mankind throughout the ages as the week of Passion. Thursday was the eve of the Jewish feast of Passover. Jesus sent out 2 of his disciples, saying,
"Go into the city, and a man will meet you carrying a jar of water. Follow him, and when he enters a house, give this message to the householder. The Master says, 'Where is the room reserved for me to eat the Passover with my disciples?' He will show you a large room upstairs set out in readiness. Make the preparations for us there."
For generations, the upper room has been identified as being here on Mount Zion. This Passover celebration was the Last Supper shared by Jesus and the disciples. During that meal, several extraordinary things happened that would shape the Christian faith. First, following the Jewish tradition, Jesus broke unleavened bread, pronounced a blessing, and then said the words that created a new ceremony for all time. He said,
"Take, eat, this is my body." And taking a cup of wine, added, "This is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins."
By so doing, Jesus gave the basis for the Eucharist. At the end of the meal, in a gesture that startled his followers and captured the imagination of future generations, Jesus rose from the table, laid aside his garments, and tied a towel around himself. Then, pouring water into a basin, he began washing his disciples' feet and wiping them with the towel. It's the Thursday of Easter week in Jerusalem's Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and the ceremony of the washing of the feet is taking place. The Gospel of John continues.
"Do you understand what I have done for you?" he asked. "If I, your Lord and Master, have washed your feet, you ought to wash one another's feet. I have set you an example."
For Jesus, the Passover celebration that night was not a joyous occasion. He knew the end was drawing near. He knew that he could not long avoid the wrath of the local authorities, to whom he was a troublemaker and a blasphemer, nor that of the Romans, to whom he was a revolutionary. He knew, and he said, that one of his disciples was about to betray him, and that even Simon Peter, whose feet he had just washed, would deny him before the night was out. In deepening despair, they finished the meal and quit the room on Mount Zion for the Mount of Olives.